Hi everyone, welcome to another video. This is basically just a quick tying or a quick fly to tie using foam. Now I had a few questions past 2 or 3 days about the foam and the foam slipping on the flies, and how do I stop that happening to so basically foam bodied flies or detached bodied flies. The one main thing I like to do is make sure I wax my thread. Now, waxing your thread, this is just Prepared Fly Tyers Wax I'm using. This is from Veniards. This one's a bit dark by me using it. It's a bit lighter than this when you first get it. I'll show you what it looks like. This is it here. And you see, and as I use it, it gets darker just by colour of the thread and everything else. But anyway, we wax our thread. It's important, especially if you want to do this, or just help stop your body slipping. Now I'm putting down a layer of thread along to in this case, a short shank special. This is a wide gape hook I like using detached bodies on, and I find that, I prefer a wide gape on a detached body. It just hooks better in my view. Now I'm going to be tying like a caddis. It's quite simple. Get the length you want for your caddis. Now what I'm going to do is I've taken it halfway down until I'm in line with the pointed hook, but I'm going to come up maybe 4 or 5 turns. So my body length is probably just slightly over twice the length of the shank. So we're there, make sure it's secure. Now the 3 or 4 turns there, if you make sure your thread's waxed, it will certainly not slip. But if you do a wee kind of like posting turn round the base and then turn on top, there's no way that's going to slip round the hook because you've basically tied it on the top. So that really secures in the foam. If that's it, like, and the other way, if you're still having issues, and usually the issues are caused by the thickness of the foam. If it's quite thick, you need to somehow protect it. So if it's quite thick, what I like to do is brush on some varnish onto my thread and then wind it onto it, and that again will help basically glue the foam to the hook. Now we finish this fly, so we cut that slight angle. Now I'm going to actually put some horns on this. I'm just going to use some Cote de Leon fibre. These are just a kind of medium Pardo. There's only 2 horns in a Caddis, but because this is a fine fibre, I like to exaggerate. So we're about a head length away from the eye. I've got that in. Going to work my way up. Trim this off. I've just got some CDC feathers here. These are just quite a pale coloured CDC. This one's from Fulling Mill. It's a natural colour, but it's quite light. So I'm using this as a wing. It's a very sort of tan-like colour, similar to the body. Just tie this on the top. Again, secure that on. Nice and tight. Now we could put some deer hair on the top of that, but we'll just leave it. Now what I'm going to do here, when the fluff that's left, or the fibre that's left at the bottom of that CDC, I'm going to put it into a dubbin. But first things first, I'm just going to tidy this head area up and use your wax thread. Put the wax on, it just gives you the grip. So we get the dubbin here, we just remove the fluff. So I've got the feathers. I actually used 4 feathers there. So I'm just going to bring it out and then trim it away. But I'm going to trim it onto my desk. Then I'm going to use a dry fly dubbin just to mix it. Now I'm going to actually put it into a dubbin. You can put it into a dubbin loop, or you could just basically spin the bobbin, or spin the thread flat, like just anti-clockwise, just spin it. Now I'm using Fulling Mill's thread. Lots of threads out there you could use. Again, plenty of wax. Now this is the CDC here. You can put it straight on. Now I'm going to actually mix it into a bit of some, in this case, ultra dry dub, in this case tan. So I'm just going to take some out. Don't need much. They're both together. I've got the CDC on my side, so we can just blend these within our fingers. Give it some legs. Now you obviously could wind a hackle on here if you want it, or you could just wind this dub on. Just going to get my dubbing needle. You can basically, just moving this out of the way, if you flatten the thread, you can bring it on the top and just pull it in. Just control it a bit better, there you go. So you evenly split the thread. Now you want to basically have the dubbing within your finger and thumb, and then you want to tease it out, slide it in between the thread. When you spread it out, don't want it clumped up. If you basically put it too thick or put it in clumps, and if you spread it out, it will actually twist far easier. So again, what we do, we spin our bobbin. In this case, we're going to spin it clockwise to tighten the thread back up. Just allow it to tighten. You'll see it's starting to go. And then all we have to do is just wind towards the horns, stroking back the fibre lightly with your fingers. This puts a lot of life into your fly. Just lift your horns and the wing. Horns and the material out of the way. Then to finish off, this is I like to put varnish on my thread at this point. Because of the dubbed head, it's much easier to apply. So you just run it about a centimetre from the eye down. Gives you a nice reservoir of varnish there to wind. Do the head for you. Tighten up. And there we are. And that's just basically we detached body fly, caddis. Give it a wee blow with the hairdryer just to let you see what it's like. I'm just airing out the dubbing and the wing, the body. Obviously the hairdryer's put a wee curl into the horns. Looks good. Gives you an idea what the fly's going to look like. Now, as I say, you can lightly brush out more of the dubbing if you want. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and like always, thanks for watching. Until next time.